Today's episode of The Sit Down with Scott Dion Brown is brought to you by Jennifer C. at HomeLifeCultureLink.com, Nino Simeka at MortgageGodfather.ca, and Jewelry Forever at JewelryForever.ca. Enjoy the show.
Broadcasting live from Glenmore Record Studios in Toronto, this is The Sit Down with Scott Dion Brown, your Sunday morning talk show with interesting guests, live musical performances, and the most fun you can fit in your coffee cup. Hosted by Scott Dion Brown and Regine Alaina, this is The Sit Down with Scott Dion Brown.
Oh, what a beautiful morning.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to episode 102. 102. Wow. Welcome to episode 102, ladies and gentlemen, of The Sit Down with Scott Dion Brown. And I'm your host with my cup of Earl Grey tea. The one, the only, Scott Dion Brown. And I'm joined, as always, by the greatest co-host in all the galaxy, ladies and gentlemen. The one, the only...
Regine Alaina. Happy Sunday, fun day, everyone. Welcome to 102. That's a mouthful. 102.
Yeah, and it's not going to get any better, Regine.
No.
Because they're all 100 something from for the next 98 or so.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
But pretty cool milestone to hit. Who we got in the chat? Good morning. Hey, somebody named... Oh, Scott Dion Clown. Hey, Scott, it's me, yourself, but a clown. Wow. Who knew? Good morning.
Maybe they
Morning. I never seen a full episode. Cool.
Maybe they're the ones that took your TikTok account name.
Maybe. Oh, my gosh. Hello. Good morning. What's he saying? Morning. I never seen a full episode, but I'm here for a full episode. Yes, you are. Good morning. Hey, Killer Underground Space, what's going on? Welcome to the show. How are you? Oh, Les McKenzie's here. Hello. How are you? And Romina Dazik is here, of course, as well. Good morning.
Hi, Mom.
Good morning. And good morning to you all.
Uh-huh.
We're here. It's actually, I don't know how nice it is. I haven't really looked outside, and
It's a cloudy day.
Is it cloudy? It's been It's getting cold.
It is. But I mean, the other day was hot, and then it got cold again.
Yeah.
Mother Nature's playing games with us.
Have you pulled out your winter coat yet?
No. Have you?
I have, yes. I have.
Oh,
well, yesterday I was going to go for a walk. And the weather said it was 7 degrees. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, that's cold. So
I mean, I didn't go outside yesterday.
Yeah, although, you know what, I will say, when I went outside for 7 degrees, it didn't, I was expecting it to feel like a blast of cold air when I got outside, but it actually wasn't that bad. I was happy that I didn't feel cold, but yeah, I've been wearing my winter coat the last few days, so yeah, it makes me sad, but you know, it's all right.
I mean, you're supposed to stay at home.
Well, yeah, that's true. And that's saying, I'm only going out for like a short little bursts. Like we went out for like about a 40-minute walk or something. I try to get outside at least once a day just to go for a little walk. So yes. Scott says, it's me, Zion Jackson. Oh, okay, there you are. Hello, I got it. Good morning to you all, people. Where I am, it's a completely blue sky. Oh, not a cloud to be seen. Well, all the clouds are here. Killer Underground Space. That's why. They're all over here. So. But guys, thank you all so much for tuning in here. Make sure you smash that like button, everybody. And we're going to get things started. How was your week, Regine?
Good. I'm working on a project which you know about, and it will be launching shortly, so stay tuned. How's your week?
Stay tuned, people. My week's good. What did I do?
Your week was cold?
My week was cold, yes. Video editing. I had to do a self-tape audition. Oh, I saw Borat 2. I watched the second Borat movie.
Was it funny?
Yeah, it was fine. Honestly, it was just fine.
I guess it depends
I
on your
feel
sense of humor, right? Like some people probably find it hilarious, and some people are like,
yeah. Well, you know what it is that it's like I like the first one. In fact, I haven't seen the first one in years, but I remember thinking the first one was really, really cool and groundbreaking, and I laughed a lot. I found the second one was. I feel like if it came out like 13 years ago, I would have found it more funny. You know what it is?
so you're
is
just
that
old.
Nothing. It's not even that necessarily. I think it's more that we're just, or maybe but I think we as a culture as well, we've seen more things and we're more, I don't know, jaded, and like nothing that happened in the thing shocked me is what it is. You know what I mean? Like, because like there's parts of Borat where, you know, you see people and it's like, whoa, I can't believe people are like that. Or he shows you something that you maybe didn't expect to see. And in this case, I didn't see anything that I didn't not expect to see. So I wasn't really, I think I giggled a couple times, but I just wasn't as...
No full belly laughs. Got it.
Yeah, no, it was just, you know, I watched it and I was like, okay, that was good. All right, time for the next one.
Bless you.
So, yeah.
But I mean, in terms of the movie itself, I'm sure there's people that have liked it. So if you enjoyed the movie, leave a comment in the comment section below and let us know.
Yeah, if you saw Borat 2, let me know what you think. I mean, actually, I have seen even some of my friends commenting on it. They said they really liked it. And like I said, I didn't dislike it. I was just, I think it just wasn't hit as hard. Anyways, you know. Anyway, Borat 2 is out, everybody. Shall we meet our guest, Regine?
Yes, let's bring her on.
All right, I have a bio here for her. Zion Jackson says, it's winter where I am. It's cold because it's winter, Regine. Well, that makes sense there. That makes sense. Oh, the clouds ran away. Yes, they did, Killer Underground Space. They're all here now, sorry. Oh, and he sprained his leg. Zion Jackson says he sprained his leg. I hope you feel better there, Zion Jackson. But we're going to introduce our guest now. Our guest today, ladies and gentlemen, is a professional host, choreographer, and creative here in Toronto. From starring in Alessia Cara's Scars to Your Beautiful music video, to choreographing for the Toronto Rock cheerleaders, to audience coordinating at CTV. Her favorite part about any experience is getting to connect with new people. Well, I think we're going to connect. She's going to connect with some new people here today, and as well with all of you who are tuning in. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the sit down, Marny Florence.
Hi, guys.
Hi, good morning. How are
Good
you?
morning. Good. Thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited to be here.
I'm so excited for you to be here. I've been wanting to have you as a guest on the show for now 101 episodes. When I first met you back during Pan Am, I was like, this girl is amazing. Like your energy. Okay, so Scott, side story. Marny and I both worked the Pan Am Games together, and the amount of energy that she brought at first thing in the morning, I was like, I'm still waking up. Where is this coming from? Like, I strive to be her. So.
That's so nice. Oh my gosh.
Oh, where'd she go? There she is.
Oh, am I back?
Yeah, it's no, yeah, you're good. No, I clicked on the wrong thing for a second. So,
Okay.
But no, you were still here.
That's so funny that you say that, because me, like, just on Family Feud, Jerry D was like, you don't need an alarm clock. You got Marny.
Exactly.
Oh, that's so funny. And even back when we met, like, that's how you felt. That's so, love that.
You're just a ball of energy and a ball of positivity, and I think that's why so many people are drawn to you. Like, for instance, the girls from Girl Power, I know on their social media, whenever you're doing something, they blast it. Like, I saw your post about Family Feud, which we'll talk about a little later, but I also saw it on all of their social medias, and I'm like, wow, they love her.
Aw, so nice. Yeah, they're amazing. I've been choreographing with them for a couple months now. Oh my gosh, it's just such a great fit for us. With all my like choreographing background and who they are, it's just a perfect mix for us to to work together. So yeah, they're amazing.
100%.
So let's talk. Since we already mentioned it, let's talk about Family Feud. So you were on Family Feud. I don't think I've ever spoken to anybody who's actually been on like an actual game show before. What was it like being on Family Feud?
It was so much fun. The whole process started like maybe June is when we applied. So we had to send in like a 2 to 5 minute video introducing us, and we hired my friend who's a videographer editor to like put it all together. And then we got through. We had like a Zoom interview with one of the producers, and then after that we had like a Zoom game against another family just to see how we would play. And we made it on, and they wanted us on their second episode ever, so we would be in the commercial.
Oh, that's amazing.
Which was really cool. And yeah, it was so much fun. The whole experience was incredible. My mom made our outfits from scratch. We were like,
I love your
practicing.
outfits.
Thank you.
I love
We're like, okay, every time they've seen us with our auditions, we've been in like 80s workout, like neon. But my little sister's like, but everyone goes on, they look so classy. So we did a mix of both, like classy neon. And yeah, it was so much fun. Jerry D's so fun. Everyone working there was amazing. It flowed so smoothly. Everything with COVID, like we were wearing masks. They usually have a bunch of families in there and whatever, but they couldn't. I think they took a lot of families from Ontario, maybe GTA. They couldn't really take from Vancouver, Saskatchewan,
makes sense, yeah,
because of COVID. So I actually know about 5 other families on the show.
Wow.
So crazy. Yeah, it was amazing. It's so much fun. And then right when the episode came out, other than my birthday, I've never had my phone blow up so much.
Oh my goodness.
So much support and hype and my mom, like it blew up, and it was just fun overall experience. My brother set up a TV outside, and we had a fire going.
Oh, love it.
Invited like one friend over to our backyard to have like a viewing party. It was perfect.
I love that. But like your whole family,
So cool.
Like okay, be honest, how hyped up is your family? Because I know you are, and just seeing your posts and Family Feud with them on it, like, is it ever quiet in the house?
It is, but I'm the loudest for sure. So
you bring it out in all of them.
I was team captain for Family Feud because I'm the most hyped, probably. I've danced at bar mitzvahs for 8 years, and I've audience coordinating at CTV. Like, everything's worked out where like my loudness, like choreography, and my loudness just like works for me.
Perfect.
I'm teaching Zumba. Like, everything is just great. But yeah, I'm probably the most hyped, and then it'll go down the line. But everyone has their spark of energy, but I'm just like always on the go.
Love that.
You're the pinnacle of the energy. You're like, if there's a pyramid of energy in the family, you're the very tippy top.
Tippy top. Thank you. People call me like the Energizer Bunny. I'm like, honestly, just like, I guess it's from, okay, like I've been thinking about it. I'm like, how do I, especially in quarantine, it's been a lot of like reflection. I'm like, okay, well, how do I actually have all this energy? Let's reflect.
Yeah, how?
Incredible upbringing, and I've been a dancer since I was 4, and just my family's always just been fun and loud and games and travel and just amazing home life. And then I was at 6 different schools, and then my past 5 years I've been a professional dancer, and I've tried everything. I was like a magician's assistant, I was a background actor, I was in a circus company, I was on tour in NMVAs, like, and so I've just been on a high of life. And meeting people has become my hobby, and just new experiences. I'm just ready for the next one. So those things like keep my spark going. But yeah, I mean, it's just cool to see how my life is like merging into where can my energy fit? Like, where is it best fit? Whether that's on a TV show or just like podcast or whatever, performance. Family Feud, like CTV, wherever I'm fitting, I'm figuring it out. So
that's amazing.
If you're loud, use it because it's a skill.
Good to know. Oh my God, I should put that on my resume. Marny said loud is a skill, therefore.
Yeah, well, I mean, it is. It definitely is a skill. But did I hear you say you were a a magician's assistant?
Yeah.
What was that like? Did you get cut in half and stuff?
I did.
That's
Wow.
awesome.
Yeah, it was so much fun. Yeah,
That's so
it was.
cool.
You know what's actually a really interesting secret? I'll tell you guys a magician's secret. When you have an assistant like me, you cannot have anyone bigger than me, up, down, or sideways. Like, I just fit. You can't be claustrophobic, and like 5'2", I'm 5'2", and like my body size, like I'm fitting in there because I'm pretending to be gone or cut or something. You, like the other magician's assistants that he's hired, no one is taller or like bigger than me. Like, you have to be exactly a
Wow.
certain size to fit in these like contraptions.
Yeah, because I guess you have
That's
to
insane.
contort yourself quite a bit, right? To like fit into various. That's
When
so
you're
cool.
hiding. Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, I guess that
Amazing.
I can't do that job.
It's like it's definitely a dancer's job. You gotta like really know your body to
Mhm.
and then you're dancing in between the sets as well. So like, yeah, it's really fun.
How long did you do that for?
I did that maybe 3 different shows. So but yeah, I'm glad that I've tried so many things. I was a mascot dancer for a Halloween show for Cineplex, and yeah, just like I just said yes to everything to see where I fit best, to get more experience.
Mhm.
You know, some of my friends love go-go dancing. They love it. I tried it, don't love it.
That's
like
fair.
some of my friends love the circus company. I tried it. It's okay for me. So, like for example, like bar mitzvahs. I've met a lot of people that have been in and out of the company. I've been there for 8 years. Bar mitzvah dancing is my thing. Do you know what I mean? So it's like just like trying all these different things. That's in any industry. I feel it depends obviously, but it's like you gotta just try it. If it's an internship that you're thinking of, go for it. Like I studied event planning, and I thought I wanted to be like a venue manager. Tried it, didn't love it. Thank you, next. Like, it's about trial and error, and seeing what you like about certain things and what you don't like about certain things.
Cool.
That's a good way to
That's
look
awesome.
at it.
Yeah, and it's taken you on a whole bunch of cool experiences. Mainly all linked into the world of dance because you're a professional dancer, and yeah, that's the thing. I mean, there's all sorts of different types of events and venues that need dances, and they'll all be very different, right? So you'll find yourself, like you said, magician's assistant one day. So what kind of mascot did you have to be? You had to wear like one of those giant heads and everything?
Yeah, exactly. So 2018, I went on a tour for Cineplex, and I was huge mascot head, like full, like strapped in and everything. I was Cranium the mad scientist.
I don't know why, but I can picture you totally doing that. Like one day you're gonna be the raptor or something. Like I could totally see you as a raptor. Like his dance moves.
So funny. So funny. But you know what? I love the mixture of media plus community. So I love like being a host. Like that fills my cup. And then I've been a camp counselor with a traveling company. So I took kids to Hawaii and Alaska, Vancouver, Seattle, Whistler, and I've taken kids to like LA and Arizona and Vegas, and I've done a lot of like, I'm volunteering now with like a homeless organization. So it feels good to have a balance of like, okay, this media stuff is super fun. It gets me online. It gets me like, you know, with my extrovert, outgoing personality. But then I need to have a balance of giving back and just having that side to me as well. So like, like, what can I do with that title? How can I help? Yeah. So it's an interesting balance of like media and community, my life. But I'm just figuring it out along the way, like what really matters to me, what's really worth my time. But yeah, before quarantine, I had 7 jobs. I was choreographing for 4 shows. I was teaching Zumba. I was dancing and hosting at bar mitzvahs. I was at CTV, and I was leading trips and influencing stuff, like influencer, like brand collaborations and stuff. And most of that is gone for me. I was actually supposed to be at CTV right now for 9 months. I've been a backup, and I was supposed to be there full time. And yeah, quarantine just stopped everything because everything I was doing was so in person. That's why I loved it, and that's why it's all gone. So it's just a new normal, and got to stay grateful, got to stay looking forward and figuring out what you can do at home on your phone.
Exactly. No, but that's great. Like,
So,
go ahead.
yeah, go ahead, Regine.
No,
No,
I'm
you
done. Go. Nope.
Oh, well, I was gonna ask. It sounds like you're the type of person who likes being busy, because you seem to, when you can, you like to have many things, juggling many different plates at the same time. Do you find that's something that's important to you? I guess you like taking in many things at the same time.
That's a really good question. Honestly, during quarantine, I've realized how important that is to my mental health. You know,
Yep.
I'm used to balancing 7 things, and I was thriving. So, you know, quarantine's been pretty chill for me. You know, whatever, like just family time, and then like, yeah, chilling. And just these past couple weeks, I'm running 3 social media accounts now, and I'm working for a nonprofit, and I'm live streaming, and I'm working on the podcast. So it all just comes in, like, into my life, but I love it. So it's like 1 hour here, 2 hours there, 3 hours there. I've realized I need that to thrive, to be happy. Like, I guess it's a rare thing, maybe, where I thrive with doing a bunch of things. So
No, I feel you. Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. I've never had a 9 to 5, and I don't think I could do one thing. Like, for example, hosting. Let's say I'm just like focusing in on being a host. Oh, by the way, Halloween nails.
Love it. I was just looking at that.
I love
Spooky week, everybody.
I wanna be a host for like part-time for all these different companies, or just things on the go, and a bunch of different things is what keeps me stimulated. It's what keeps me going. So yes, maybe it's rare for me, but a lot of people have like a side gig or whatever. I figured it out. From now going forward, my whole life, I have to be doing multiple things to keep myself stimulated mentally. Yeah, I love it.
I completely understand where you're coming from. I'm the same way. So like with lockdown, we both went to George Brown for event planning, just in different, never went to the same classes. But no, I totally get it. Like, even Scott, we've all been on the go for so long, and then the pandemic hit, and I'm like, whoa, I don't like this. So you talking about how for your mental health you need to keep busy. I'm the exact same way, hence working on different projects. Poor Scott is getting all my emails and messages being like, hey, do this, because I need to do this, do this. So I totally get it.
Good for you. Yeah, it's interesting to figure out that about ourselves.
Because
right?
some people are like, no, I need to be calm. I need to do this. I'm like, no, I can't do it.
You know what? Doing one thing or having like one career, one 9 to 5 is great for the people who it works for. So like they do their thing, they go home, and they can relax on the weekends, where I'm like, okay, what's next? I'm working 7 days a week. But but because of us and our way of being, we have to set aside time to relax, to put our phone down, to read, to journal, to meditate, to do yoga. We need to schedule that to balance out our go life. And quarantine's taught me this balance that I need. So, yeah.
I found it was a weird adjustment for me when quarantine hit, because I am the same way, that I like to have many things going, and in a weird way I find I'm more productive if I know that I have to finish 7 things in one day. I'll finish all 7. But if you give me one thing to do, I'll almost waste the whole day.
Wow.
Which is a weird thing.
Yeah.
Like, I almost need to, you know what it is? I need that pressure of like an incoming, like, okay, if I don't finish this by 11 o'clock, then I'm not going to have time to do this. And then if I don't finish that by 2, okay. Whereas if I'm like, okay, I have to do one thing today. Okay, good. That's good. I'll find myself just
I'll do
like
it later.
floating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then inevitably I'll be up until 4 a.m. because I didn't start the thing until like midnight, you know?
That's hilarious.
So it's just a weird.
But didn't you say you're
it's,
a pro procrastinator now, thanks to COVID?
Yeah. Well, the thing is, I've always been a procrastinator, but COVID's just made it easier, because there's almost nothing that has to happen at an exact time anymore.
Yeah.
Right? There's no, you have to be here, because nobody has to be anywhere, right? Like, there's like this show, And
That's it.
I guess the only stuff is, well, if I get an audition, but even that, it's usually, they're all my auditions now, like for acting, they're all self-tape auditions. So they're almost never, okay, meet me at this point, or like even a Zoom call. It's usually just send in the video by this time. And I usually, sometime in my day, I know that I need to film this self-tape audition. Right. But other than that, it's not, I don't know. Honestly, it's been a weird adjustment. I'm still not totally comfortable with it. But it's,
I completely agree. Like my life before was CTV, then teaching dance, then Zumba. Like I was go at a certain time to be there. And and now it's like, okay, I have, these part-time things, but it's all on my time. Oh, you could do whatever. It's like, what? It's us taking control, and we have to work harder to create our own time plans. But what's interesting is me reflecting back on like my 20 years of dance training. Let's say I had dance Tuesday nights, Thursday nights, Saturdays. The days I had dance, let's say Tuesday, I'd have to get my homework done to go to dance. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I was super lazy with my homework because there was nothing else that was keeping me, busy. So it's so true. It's like, okay, this got one thing today. I can do it later. But yeah, with all of us, it's like, oh my gosh, got to get this done because then I won't have time for this. So it's an interesting like realization, and it's just figuring out what the best plan is for us. Yeah, it's weird. I don't love quarantine. I'm an extrovert, and I don't like being told to stay home and be an introvert. So same with you guys. Yes. But you're both doing so well, and I'm so in awe of this podcast, and I'm so proud of both of you for doing everything that you guys are doing. So
Thanks.
You guys should be proud of each other. It's so great.
Thanks. Well, you also
100
started a podcast.
I did. I have 2 episodes out so far. I have like recorded 10 of them because I got ahead of myself. I was like, podcast, let's go. So I recorded like 10 episodes. Now I'm going to release them one at a time, one week to week. But what's interesting? I was just like, let's go. And I kind of just did it. And now I bought a microphone. So I was kind of just like, I can do it on Zoom, whatever. Bought a microphone and like, we'll see where it goes. But podcasts are so great. It's such a real conversation. It's just a public conversation that, maybe we would have had over Skype, but now it's like an interview or whatever. But it's so cool that we get to like have this power of the internet to use it, to connect, to share, and just like we're extroverted people. So why not open it up and share what we're talking about and everything. Yeah,
exactly.
Podcasts are so great. And it's interesting. So many people started a podcast during quarantine, and you guys started this 2 years ago. So you're already ahead of the game.
Started a trend.
Yeah, exactly. In March, I did an Instagram live talk show. So I did actually Monday to Friday. So I did 5 guests a week for 1 month. It was a lot, but it was so much fun. So just like connecting virtually is all we can do right now, and we're doing it the best we can. So Sit Down Podcast is amazing because you guys are killing it.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Go ahead, Scott. I keep cutting you off. Sorry.
I was just gonna say we're about the 30-minute mark, so maybe we should do the ad break shortly. But what were you gonna say first? Let's do that.
Oh, I was gonna ask Marny if she wanted to tell us a little bit about her podcast, but we can wait until after the ad break.
Oh, yeah. Let's get the ad break out of the way, and then I do want to hear about the podcast because we got a lot to talk about here, people.
Okay, cool.
And let me just make sure I didn't miss anybody in the chat. Oh, Tristan is here. What's going on, Tristan? How are you?
Hi.
Shaggy is here. Hello, Shaggy. What's going on? How are you? Who else we got? Killer Underground Space is here, although I said hi to him already. Oh, my mom's here. Maria Brown. Hello. Michael Brown. My dad's here.
Hey.
Good morning. Hello. And I think I saw one other person that I missed. Where'd he go? Oh, Face, Trizin, and Flames are here as well. Good morning. Hi, guys. Welcome to the episode. It's episode 102 of The Sit Down, and we're here with Marny Florence. But ladies and gentlemen, today's episode of The Sit Down is brought to you by some very important people. The show wouldn't be possible without them. And they are, of course, our fantastic advertisers. Hey, Regine.
Yes, Scott.
Do you want to find out what your home is really worth?
Maybe.
Are you buying, selling, investing, or renting a home?
I actually might be.
Well then, Jennifer C., Realtor at Home Life Culture Link, is here to help. Call or text Jennifer today at 647-403-8887. Don't deal with just anyone. Speak to a professional. Jennifer C. at Home Life Culture Link. To see her current listings, visit homelifeculturelink.com. The Mortgage Godfather is here to give you advice with any mortgage needs you may have, and he will shop to find you the best mortgage. Nino Simeka, mortgage agent.
He'll give you an offer you can't refuse. He'll give you an offer you can't refuse, Regine. I never want it.
MortgageGodfather.ca. Find out more or call 905-604-6955. And it was brought to you by Jewelry Forever. Conveniently located at CF Markville Shopping Center on 5000 Highway 7 East Markham. They do custom-made jewelry, repairs, and change watch batteries, all done on site. Jerry over at Jewelry Forever is an absolute artist when it comes to custom jewelry. If you have an idea for something that you would like made into jewelry form, talk to him. He will make it for you, or you can find something already on their wide selection of already made items. And we have a fantastic deal worked out with them, don't we, Regine?
Yes, we do. If you guys go in and let them know that Scott and Regine sent you, you'll get 15% off your entire purchase.
That's right, 15% off. 15%, ladies and gentlemen. Mention the show, let them know Scott and Regine sent you, and get a great deal. And of course, they are open now at CF Markville with COVID restrictions in place.
Yes, please wear
to
a
keep
mask.
you safe. So, exactly, slap on that mask, go on in there, and get something absolutely beautiful. And if you follow them on Instagram, they're always doing giveaways. I think they're giving away a watch right now or something. So follow Jewelry Forever on Instagram. And if you'd like to advertise on this show, it's very easy, isn't it, Regine?
It's so simple, you guys. All you have to do is email us at radioshowad@gmail.com.
That's right. Get in touch. We do this show live every week, which means you can customize the ads week to week. So do you have a sale? Do you have an event happening at a particular time and place? You let us know, and we can let your potential client base know in real time. It's an amazing time to advertise on the sit down. Get in touch at radioshowad@gmail.com. And we're back. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to episode 102 of the Sit Down. And a person of existence is here. Hello. Welcome to the show.
So is Alexis.
And, Alexis Onofri's here. Yes, I just got here because I slept in. That's okay. It's an early morning there, Alexis.
No, it was a
I'd still be
late
sleeping
night
myself.
for her because we were all waiting. We were all in a group chat waiting for Miss Universe Canada to come on, and it never did. But we were all up waiting. So good morning, Alexis.
What time was it on?
Okay, so it was supposed to air at 8 p.m. and then it got pushed to 9, and then it got pushed to 10, and then it got pushed to 11:15, and then it got pushed to 11:59, and at that point, I just turned off my phone.
What? How does that happen?
Technical.
Did they say what happened or no?
difficulties.
Wow, it's just so weird to hear like a big professional organization like Miss Universe getting delayed that long.
Yeah.
I mean, we've had problems on this show, but I don't think we've ever been pushed back 4 hours.
Well, the pageant had already happened, so it was pre-taped, and so they were going to air it at those specific times, and it just never happened.
That's even weirder.
Regardless, congratulations to Nova. She is our new Miss Universe. I almost said Miss Galaxy. Miss Universe Canada 2020. There's also a new Miss Philippines and Miss South Africa and Miss Iceland all happened this week. So congratulations to. I'm surprised Miss Universe is still happening, to be honest. But that's.
What, you mean because of COVID and stuff?
Yeah.
Were they all in person, like all in one room?
I think so.
So, I mean, you can do it. Like, you just got to make sure everybody who's there gets tested and stuff. Like it's similar to like I've been on set a couple times during the pandemic, but they just make sure that all the cast and crew get tested in advance, and they just you can do it, and as long as you kind of create a bubble and you kind of control who goes in, it's doable.
But it's still a lot of
I guess
people.
they didn't.
Like Marny,
Yeah.
you've done a pageant too, right?
Yeah.
So you can only imagine how many people that is backstage getting ready with hair and makeup, and then add a pandemic to it.
Totally. Wow.
So because the pageant you competed in, they actually had their pageant a month ago, and they had a lot of people. So you can only imagine how that was.
Wow.
Yeah, I would be nervous in those in a large. I've been very. I'm at a point now. Even if I'm walking around and I hit a part of town that's out, even if we're outside and there's a lot of people around, I kind of get a little antsy. Like I find myself trying to look for where can I go where I'm away from people.
I just smacked
don't
the
know.
mask on. I'm like, you people are not even gonna stay away from me anyway, so I'm just gonna put my mask on.
Yeah. Weird time. Well, let me just say hi to a couple. Oh, Yumi is here. Did I say hi to Yumi yet? Hi, Yumi. Good morning. And all you people. A person says Scott Dion crown. Yeah, well, we are talking about pageants. So there you go. However, before we went to break, we were starting to talk about Marny's podcast. Tell us about it. What's tell us about your podcast.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, who's my network and what can I do with them? So I have a lot of people in my network that are like just super passionate entrepreneurs or hustlers or creatives, and I want to bring a light to them. So originally my talk show was like highlighting, these people and what are they doing during quarantine. And now it's called Real Talk with Marny, and I'm interviewing. Okay, so I have different series. So one of my series is young female upcoming artists. One of them is young men making a difference. One of them is going to be my mentors, and different people in my network. And we talk about ups and downs that they've been through. So real
That's
talk,
awesome.
and it's like we talk about the downs that maybe aren't posted. And people can connect, more with like, hey, we have bad days. Like I interviewed my friend who is like a singer, and she looks like she's thriving on Instagram, and she's like, I have a lot of mental health problems, and I cry a lot, and I freak out, and sometimes I stay in bed all day. And like, you wouldn't know this because on Instagram we post the squeaky shiny things, right? So it was really, it's been a really great experience getting to know like these people more. I've had somebody who he's now a financial advisor, but he used to live out of his car.
Wow.
And somebody that is a spoken word poet that got to speak to Barack Obama and perform with Kendrick Lamar, but his favorite part of his journey so far is going back to his old high school and performing there. So just really, really cool, moments and experiences and ups and downs. Like, what do you do with writer's block? What do you do when you have a bad day? And it's these people that I'm getting that I look up to, and it's like, wow, it's really like we're all in this together, and you're not alone. Those are my two bottom lines.
That's amazing.
Highlighting these people, but also getting real with them. And it's you guys have been on this podcast journey for 2 years, and I'm just getting started. So we'll see where things like amount to, but I'm just using my network and highlighting them and talking things through with them. So it's been really fun so far.
Honestly, with your experience with CTV, and because I know you do Marilyn Dennis and The Social, I wouldn't be surprised if one day Real Talks with Marny becomes an actual show and not just a podcast.
Wow. That's honestly, that's so nice to hear. I didn't even know I was going to be a host. Like, I've been a dancer, and it got my career kind of verged into hosting. Like, at the bar mitzvahs I was dancing at, I got passed a microphone, and I'm like, all right, let's go for it. And then there's CTV that happened, and it's just like, and now quarantine is honestly, I think one of the first times I've started really on camera hosting.
Oh, wow.
And so that's into a new breakthrough for me. So again, I want to host, maybe a game show or a talk show and all these things. But it's cool. Like with us, we get to create. You got like some people are like, oh, I've always wanted to be a talk show host. You can start a podcast. Like it's So it's one thing that will everything that I've realized and learned in this career of mine. One thing always leads to the next. How it's supposed to. It's supposed to. So we didn't win Family Feud. There was a reason for that. I was on this dating show and I manifested it. So I'm on this show called Love After Lockdown.
Ooh.
And this dating show wouldn't have happened without quarantine. Like you just realize, you put pieces together of like, wow, okay, the universe is really setting you up for what you're meant for. So yeah, hosting, we'll see where it goes. But yeah, like I'm literally looking at my journal right now, and the title of the journal is "You Are Exactly Where You Need to Be."
That's awesome.
And just so it's just piecing things together of okay, I met this person for this reason. This door closed for that reason. This door is opening for that reason. So it's interesting to realize all this, but yeah. So the podcast is exciting, and we'll see where it goes. But yeah, you wanted to talk about this dating show that I'm on.
Yes. What is this dating? Like there's so many dating shows out there, but when during quarantine, how did that happen? And what was it like?
So it was this. Okay, so I manifested it in June. I was like, what's my next life goal? Like a life goal for me for like 5 years was to be a professional cheerleader, and then the next one was like audience coordinating, and now I'm like reality TV. End up on 2. What is that? So so I applied for this thing called this show called Love After Lockdown. Never happened before. It's a first time series, and it's just this awesome 25-year-old girl that was just like, my dad owned 3 restaurants in Toronto. I've always wanted to use them, and they're empty now. Let's put on a reality show. So there was, I think 100 people applied, and only 3 people were chosen to be like bachelorettes, bachelor-ish. So there's 3 main people. So I went on a date with 3 different guys. Another girl went on a date with 3 other guys, and a guy went on a date with 3 different girls. And we were at the restaurant that her parents own, and the crew and the cast and everyone was wearing masks, and we had like contract signed, and and it comes out on YouTube.
That's exciting.
In November. And so this was kind of an unknown thing when I applied for it, but now that it's actually a thing that's happening, it's coming out, it's filmed, and she was really smart about it. She got it on Narcity. I'm in a picture on Blog TO on the front cover. It was on Virgin Radio and all these things. That's like, Toronto has a dating show coming out. She got like thousands of applicants for season 2. But yeah, so I went on this dating show, and it was so much fun. It was like, I was a bachelorette, and I went on 3 different dates. I ended up dating one of the guys for 2 months.
Wow.
We're not together anymore, but
spoiler.
Yeah, it worked. Spoiler. Yeah, so much fun. But Love After Lockdown, like, dating after quarantine kind of thing, but we're still in quarantine.
Dating during quarantine.
During quarantine.
That's awesome.
So what was it like? Sorry, Regine. I was going to say, what's it like being on a date on camera though? What does that feel like? Did you feel like yourself, or did you feel the need to perform, or what was it like?
That's a good question. As an actor, you're just like, what's going through your mind? I honestly, like, because I'm like a very like media person and whatever, I kind of like put it on. Obviously there's cameras, but I just relaxed and like went with myself, and just like, I wasn't like slouching. I was kind of like ready for the camera, but just, it was a nice, each 3 dates were like super, they flowed really nicely, and it was really cool. People are like, oh my god, I would never be able to go on a date on camera. I'm like, honestly, I loved it. I wanted to do it every day. It was so fun.
I guess I have wondered that, like, when you see some reality TV shows, when I think, wow, I can't believe, like, especially when people get really like you wouldn't think that they even know that they're being filmed sometimes. But then I think about it, especially, I mean, I don't know if the dating show is different, but I guess with those shows, you must get so used to being the cameras being there, that maybe you after a while you just sort of almost not necessarily forget, but it becomes normal, and then you can just sort of fall into it. So did you find that happen? Like were you maybe a little bit more aware at the beginning, and then as the date went on, you kind of just settle in?
100%. Spot on. That's exactly right. Yeah. Yeah, I was like, okay, we're on camera. And as the dates went on as well, like throughout the date and then my continuous dates, yeah, I just opened up more and was more relaxed and whatever. But yeah, there's lighting, microphone, cameras right there. Yeah, I'm so nervous for it to come out. Oh my god. So nervous.
So that'll be out in October.
In November.
Oh, November. Oh yeah, what am I saying? We're in October now. Oh yeah, okay, in November.
It was
okay,
supposed to be October, but they need some more time to edit, so yeah.
That's fair.
I see. So Love After Lockdown, you'll be able to see Marny on Love After Lockdown in November on YouTube. On YouTube, yeah?
On YouTube, November 10th, I think.
Oh, that's soon.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So there you go, people. Very,
Yeah.
very soon. Hey, Jaden Stubbs is here. Welcome to the stream there, Jaden. Hello, he says, hello, Tommy Chow, because I just posted a video the other day of I picked up a small part on Frankie Drake Mysteries. I don't know if you've seen that show on CBC, and my character's name was Tommy Chow. So I just posted like a little snippet from that. So now some people are saying, hey, it's Tommy Chow. Hi, Jaden. How are you? Oh, Alexis is saying, remember the crown on the football, Regine. Oh yeah.
Yes.
Makes me think of the old studio.
Yes.
Yeah, at our old studio, we have a whole bunch of nice stuff in our background. One of them is a CFL football, and Regine had your Galaxy crown on it, right? Was it your Galaxy crown?
Mm-hmm. I put it right on top
Makes
of it because I didn't have a stand, so I put it on the football.
It fit well. It works well
did.
on there. But it's just making me think of our pre-COVID days, Regine. The old
Oh,
days.
Alexis, you're making him reminisce.
Reminisce, yeah. Hopefully we'll get back there. Loki009 just got here as well. Good morning. Hi, Loki. Hi, all you guys tuning in. Also, smash like, everybody. Hit that like button if you're enjoying the show.
Mm-hmm.
We are here with choreographer, host, creative, Marny Florence. So you're a professional dancer, but you're also a choreographer as well. So when did you make? Were you always interested in kind of being the, well, I guess on the choreography side as opposed to the dancer yourself, or is it something that you've transitioned to, or was it something you always planned? Or
Great
tell me about that.
questions. Love it. Yes. So, okay, you know what's really funny? It's like, you know when you first started your email account and the security question was like, "What's your dream job?"
Mm-hmm.
I always wrote dancer, right?
Oh.
And so,
Well, now we all
for the
know
past-
what your dream,
That's
your
right.
password is.
Oh my gosh.
go change your security
Yeah,
questions.
okay, I'm running.
Yeah.
And so I, you know what? I feel like I've completed that phase of my life, and I'm really lucky that I did pre-quarantine kind of thing. So from 2015 to 2020, I guess, 5 years of like, I can say I've been a professional dancer. I opened for Prince Harry. I was in the MMVAs on tour, and all these different things that I've completed to say
Wow.
that I've done. And it kind of, if people say you change every 5 years,
Mhm.
I can feel that. So I'm merging into choreographer, host, influencer. So it's more of a leadership role within, which is so cool. I never thought I would get out of the phase of get me in that costume, get me on that stage. I never thought I'd grow out of that, but here we are. So it feels good.
Oh.
Hang on.
Isn't like
You
not
froze a little bit. Sorry.
Oh, yeah, no, I was
Sorry.
saying,
Continue.
I was saying like my body hurts now, so it's a good transition.
I mean, your body
Yeah.
did look like it hurt when it froze. So.
I'm like,
Okay.
but yeah, it's really cool to now take everything I've learned from like 20 years of dancing and put my vision onto whatever I'm choreographing. I've choreographed a musical for kids for 6 years in a row at a private school.
Wow.
Girl Power has been a perfect fit for me. I was choreographing a fashion show. I've choreographed like for a dance studio, and I've choreographed I've choreographed like a Magic Mike show.
No way.
I've done a lot of different like shows, and it feels good to have a natural progression from dancer to choreographer, which I never really thought that would happen ever. I'm like, I love these costumes. Let's go. Let's perform. And now I'm like, okay, wait a second. I can take my skills to be in charge, kind of thing. And it feels right to move into this next phase.
That's amazing.
That's good, because you know, a lot of people, not everybody can make the transition from like doing the thing to necessarily teaching or like sort of running the thing. Like I know they said, like I think Wayne Gretzky, for example, after he retired, he coached for a bit, and apparently he was not really a very effective coach. But I think it's because he couldn't understand why the players he was coaching didn't see it the way he could see it. So I think it's a specific type of person that can make that transition. So I guess there's something in your personality as well that allows you to take that on as well.
That's so nice to hear. Thank you. It's interesting because I have friends who never want to stop dancing, never want to stop performing, and then I have friends who love teaching. They don't want to perform anymore. So yeah, it is interesting to see like the merge. For example, I don't love teaching at a dance studio. I would rather choreograph a show. You know what I mean? So
Zumba was like the perfect fit for you.
That's right, because I'm a host, a performer, and a fitness instructor, and a dancer. So it all worked out exactly. I was like, Zumba's a great fit for exactly all the things I do. But yeah, that's interesting because a lot of like ballerinas, that is their like bread and butter, and then they like they can go through a depression when they have to stop performing, and they may not love teaching. So it's tough as a performer because as a dancer, like you have a certain amount of life that you can live as a performer in the dance world. Acting is different, singing is different, but I would say like as a professional dancer, you could go up to like late 30s if you want to. Like
if your body permits.
Body permits, body look, stamina, yeah. So
I mean, it's basically you're a pro athlete, right? So
Yep.
I mean, it's just the nature of the work is that it's got a time limit on it, so to speak.
right.
So, well, that's cool. But I'm glad you've been able to transition. And what's something that is there something you've learned about yourself working with other people, as opposed to maybe focusing on yourself as an artist now? I mean, I guess it sounds like you've always kind of been an outgoing person and you like to work with people anyway, but is there something you found making that transition that you didn't realize about yourself before?
I love seeing, like, for example, let's say me as a host, where I'm like filming something and I'm kind of with the cast and crew, or I'm like by myself at home, like filming for the camera, whatever, versus, I mean, we all miss this, but being in person, of seeing the growth in the kids, in the adults that I've taught, and just like I push my passion out to them, and they bring it right back to me most of the time. So it's really, that is like human to human connection in general is just so special, and we're all missing it right now, but it just makes us appreciate it that much more. So yeah, I mean, now's the time to like focus on our digital side, and then we can go back into the world and connect with people again soon. So I really, really miss it because that was my whole life. But yeah, it's a beautiful thing when you make that connection, when you see the growth in from start to end. Like, I've choreographed Shrek, Annie, Little Mermaid, Matilda.
Wow.
For like grades 4 to 6. This is supposed to be my 6th year doing it, and watching them just from start to finish. Whoa!
I can imagine.
Unbelievable. So yeah, it's such a beautiful thing to watch people take what you're giving them and run with it.
That's awesome.
Makes sense, because you get to the fulfillment out of it's like you can see that because their success is kind of yours in a way, right? Because you're like wow, like it's like that's what you built it. You built it.
Exactly.
That's cool.
Totally.
That's very, very cool. I was about to ask something and then I forgot. Oh yeah, I was just gonna mention how it's really sad because all three of us are and were in industries that are very reliant on like
People.
in person, like either live events or like just audiences and stuff. It's been so weird to have to transition to this online version, but at the same time, it's also, if you're a creative person, this is kind of one of the best times maybe ever to be alive, really, because it's like you were saying, if you've ever dreamed of being a host, like there's almost no barrier to entry now to making your own show. Mm-hmm. It's really just sort of your, I don't know, imagination and stuff. Mm-hmm. So it's pretty interesting. Do you have any other plans coming down? Is there another project you have? I mean, if maybe you're not ready to talk about it yet, but do you have an idea of what's next or a goal that you're shooting toward?
I don't have a specific, my specific goal that I'm like manifesting, working hard towards. I want to be hired as a host somehow, some way, some company. I don't know, multiple companies, one day shoot there or a couple months here. That's my next goal. But at the same time, like, I don't know what next year holds for me. Now that we're all working from our phones and from Wi-Fi, I'm like, let's do that on the beach. So we'll see where life takes me. Mm-hmm. But just going with the flow of life. It's hard for everybody in quarantine because it's like, what can we work towards? What are we working towards? For my Real Talk podcast, I was like, okay, what's a hole in the market right now? Not market, but like, what are we missing? Connection, social time. So I want to start just like a Zoom group once a week, just maybe a support group that it's for free and we all get together and just like it's getting colder. We can't go for walks with people. So like just getting together and supporting each other and sharing our ups and our downs and just like knowing you're not alone. So that's something that's the next project for me to work on as I figure that out. So yeah,
awesome.
That's cool.
I'm telling you,
so
Real Talks with Marny is going to be on TV one day.
Oh
just
my gosh,
people, you heard it here first.
You guys are doing amazing. Oh my gosh, like in everything you're doing, I'm so impressed with you guys. You're going far, and I know that you guys are like creatives and you're doing what you can from home, and it's so inspiring to see.
Thanks.
It's been quite a journey. It's been quite a ride. So it's interesting because I asked you, what's the next plan, and I like how your response was, you have ideas, you have goals, but you're not sure what it's going to be. Do you find, because I've noticed that there are almost two types of people. There's the type of person who it's very important that they kind of have an idea of what their plan is. Like it's the type of person who needs to have, say, a set job, and they need to know that this is where this is going to be happening. And then there's the other type of person who is more, you almost thrive off of not necessarily knowing what's coming and sort of just jumping for it. Like I find myself, I'm more in that second category. I feel like you're more in that as well, but do you find that about yourself where you're more okay with not quite knowing where the next part of the journey is going to go?
I love that you said you're also like that. It's so cool to hear that. In this creative arts field, like you're an actor and a podcast host and everything, it's like we can't predict the future. We have no idea. I had no idea audience coordinating was someone's career. Who knew?
I didn't either until I saw your thing pop up.
Who knew? Like Love After Lockdown, as they were just starting their first season, I was manifesting a reality show. You never know how the stars are going to align. You never know. So it is scary, and it can cause a lot of like anxiety of like what is next for me. I really have no idea. It can be scary, but trusting in the universe, going with the flow of life, just like manifesting and doing the things you can do right now, guide you into what's meant for you. So like, we thrive off of, I don't know what's next, but we'll see.
Yeah. Well, because I've talked with people, like, when they'll ask me, right? Because, yeah, like you're saying, like, I'm an actor. And the thing about being an actor, or just, like, you know, whether I'm also a musician and stuff, but all those jobs are very much reliant on, like, okay, so I got this job now, good. And I'll do that job for however long it is. And then I don't know what the next one's going to be. And there's also the possibility that there just won't be the next one. You know, I don't know how long it could be. And I've spoken with people who have, say, a more regular structured job, and they're horrified by that idea when I tell them, when they're like, oh, so what happens next? And I'm like, oh, you know,
We'll see.
there'll be something. And I just have to know that I'll need to figure something out, whether it's, you know, advertise a little bit or pick up a videography job, or like, it's just, I'm always looking for the next thing.
Wow.
Whereas there are a lot of people who I feel like I need things to be that way. I really actually don't like it being the other way. But yeah, some people are really horrified by that idea.
100%.
So.
You know what? For some people, quote unquote, staying safe, not really, but a secure job that will pay the bills is great for them because they're not anxious or stressed of what is coming next. Like, quarantine really hit dancers, singers, performers, people who build stages, like all these different people who are in these physical jobs. And that was scary because we're like, okay, what's next for us? And this really hit, like, oh my gosh, what a pause on the roll. So, but yeah, I that's so cool that, like, we can connect on that level of, like, we need that. That's what it's keeping the fire under our ass to keep going. Is I don't know what's next, but whatever it is, I'm so excited for it. Or okay, cool, I'll do videography one day. It's keeping me going, it's keeping me stimulated because it's new today. Yeah, it's just it keeps us on our toes, and it keeps us jumping out of bed every day. Whereas some people like the structure of a 9 to 5. I've never experienced it, but others like us are the opposite. So it can be scary because, like, you know, money and stuff, but we always figure it out. So just having that confidence and like knowing within yourself that you got this is a different level of, like, mentality. So yeah, just
I'm like in
so
the
cool
middle.
I'm like, you're in the middle?
I'm in the middle. Like, I like having the 9 to 5, or at least having some sort of income that I know is coming in, but then still doing the side hustles because I don't make money doing pageants. So therefore, I still need that, but I'm totally in between both. Like, I like so cool. knowing that I have the 9 to 5, but I also like having everything else going on in the world in my life.
You have security with that job.
Well, not anymore because of COVID, but I mean,
oh no, what was your job?
Events, right? So no people, no events, no jobs. So now it's just whatever.
Wow. So what are you both doing right now? You're doing the podcast, acting, and pageants. What else are you guys doing now? Are you working?
No, I'm not. Scott has his side hustles.
I've been doing mostly I've been doing so I've been going in for acting jobs whenever I can get them, and then videography work, which I've been very hesitant to do, but basically the only video work I'm taking on now is stuff where I can work outside. So I've been hired to do a few different music videos for people.
I saw that.
And
I saw the one
so
that
I'm always
you
just
did.
like, yeah, exactly. I edited one for
Cupid.
JDL Cupid Arch. It's like a kids singing group, and so we filmed. I was like, okay, yeah, we'll film outside. So I picked a few locations just downtown, and we went there, and I was all masked up, and so that's been keeping me busy, and it's good. It's interesting though, because I feel like my level of paranoia with the with COVID and everything, I feel like it's pretty high in that I'm quite. Well, I don't think it's high. I think it's the reasonable amount. But it seems to be higher than a lot of people's.
Yeah.
And so I do find myself, like, I'll get a call. Somebody wants to, like, I also record artists. So, like, somebody will want to come in and record. But, like, yeah, are you ready to, can I come and record at your place?
Oh, my God, no.
And I'm just like, no. Like, I'm not having people that aren't in my circle, like, just come into my, And so I do find I'm having to turn stuff down. or just be like, no, we're gonna have to do it this way, and so that's an interesting thing in that I can see that there are people who are in their minds they're past this and they're trying to get back to normal, and I'm not there yet.
Me.
So
yeah,
that's been a bit of a struggle as well, and it's also sucky because you have to turn down what would be money, obviously,
Wow.
which is not something I like to do.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, it's really the same. I mean, what's interesting is like what I've done before COVID and what I'm doing during COVID. It's not really that different. It's just some of the delivery system has changed.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just been it's been interesting. I mean, the biggest change I think has been live streaming gaming. Like I've been since the beginning of COVID, I started live streaming video games at night.
Look
And,
at me,
it's
things
been
you're
so
doing.
cool.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
Yeah. Well, I do it 5 nights a week now, which is cool because it wasn't planned. But like a lot of the people who are even turning up in the live streams and stuff are people from my gaming streams. Oh, hey, let me say hi. Boozy's here. What's going on? How are you, Boozy? Oh, Emilio is here. Emilio Dasic is here. Hello.
Hey, bro.
Welcome. David Lattimore is here as well. Hello. Good morning, David Lattimore. How are you guys? Welcome.
not
Welcome.
morning
Smash that like
anymore.
button, by the way. It's not
It's
what?
not morning anymore.
Oh yeah, good,
Good
afternoon. Good afternoon, because it is afternoon. But yeah, I started gaming, and again, yeah, that's another thing. It's like it wasn't planned, but I've just found this whole new audience online now. And again, it's another thing. It's like if you would ask me 6 or I guess now 8 months ago if I was going to be
Gaming.
online gaming, what I said, I would have like, are you sure? I don't know, but suddenly here I am.
Yeah.
So you never know where it's gonna go.
Exactly.
You never know where it's gonna go.
Exactly. Yep. Just going with the times.
Yeah.
And just like us three are so, but also the jobs we do are physical. So we have to be physically there to like do these things. And we just have to keep remembering that we have a magic inside of us that maybe it's dim right now. Like for me, like I'm a camp counselor and I'm a choreographer and I'm a host and stuff. So my in-person like build up was like pre-quarantine, and I now like being home. It's like it's a mental challenge to remember you have amazing abilities. You have this amazing you guys have amazing personalities that you just gotta keep that you just gotta know that within yourself to keep going. And I know it's hard for us to stay at home, whatever, but it's just making us stronger mentally.
For sure. Like for me with pageants and stuff, all my appearances were cut because I can't physically go there. And I know that there are a lot of girls that will do the food drives, will do the in-person. I'm like, you guys do you, but for me it was more, all right, let's go online. So a lot of my appearances are online interviews and stuff. So it's been a huge transition. But I started YouTube thanks to Scott. I started YouTube because of this pandemic.
Amazing. So. Look how many things you're doing too. Oh my gosh.
So a lot of things have transitioned out of this.
Is that your project?
No.
No, this is another one.
You have another project? What is it? Is it an event?
No, it's I guess I could talk about it. It's coming soon. I started the social media. So have you heard of hot chocolate bombs?
No, is that like bath bombs?
Bath bombs or hot chocolate? Yeah.
It's kind of it's a similar concept,
so
but instead of going in the bath.
You take the bath bomb, but you make it into chocolate. So there's like a hot chocolate mix and marshmallows and all that on the inside, and then you put it in a cup, pour hot milk on it, and then it explodes not explodes, but it opens up like a bath bomb, and then you have hot chocolate.
Delicious, yummy hot chocolate.
So cool!
Yes.
I love that.
Yes. So stay tuned to all of you who are watching. It is coming. I'm perfect for the holidays, perfect for the cold weather, and perfect for a side income with everything going on. So
good for you.
Thanks.
That's awesome.
So that'll be coming, and I'm excited to that because
we're gonna snippets of what I'm making,
like some videos of it coming out, and we definitely gotta we'll promote it on the show, and I think we should try it on the show too.
Yeah,
that's what I'm looking forward to.
Yes.
I know. I told Scott, I'm if you're in the area, I have a bunch of broken ones if you want them.
Yes, and the answer is yes. So there you go. So yeah, that's coming down the line. Do you know what the name of it's going to be and everything? Have you designed all that already, Regine, or do you want to wait for that?
The Instagram and Facebook is deliciousness_treats on Instagram, and then deliciousness treats, I think, on Facebook. It's a pink mug. It's so me. Branding is so, like, everyone sees it, they're like, this is so you.
So cute.
So.
Are you making them all?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
Amazing.
So I have a bunch of stuff in my kitchen. Like, our fridge isn't filled with groceries; it's filled with chocolate.
Amazing. Yeah.
And the best part is I'm not a chocolate person, but I love hot chocolate. So
Cool. I love that. Good for you.
thanks. Well, if I ever bump into you after quarantine, I'll give you some.
I love that. Yes.
Yeah. So lots coming down the pipeline.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. We've been going
Scott.
for.
Sorry. Wait,
Oh, yeah.
Scott.
No, yeah,
I
go ahead.
actually put one in the sit-down mug. I'm like, I wonder if it will fit, and it does.
Oh.
So it fits perfectly
does.
in the mug. Yeah.
Nice.
So if you guys
Yeah, 'cause
want to
it's pretty
buy
big,
a sit-down mug,
because
you should.
the ball is about like that, right? It's like
it's literally. Do you want me to grab one?
Yeah, sure. I mean, if you want.
It's
if
literally
you
the
want- yeah.
size. Like, it's like that. Like, it's the size of
Yeah, if
an actual bath bomb.
Do you want to grab one?
Sure. Give me. You guys keep talking.
Yeah, we will. We will.
What time is it?
12:15. Do you have to leave at a certain time?
Like 12:30.
Okay, perfect. One thing I could ask you. I did notice you mentioned how, like, some of the way you mentioned, like, how you started to manifest something and then it sort of happens. Are you like are you a believer in that? And that if you kind of, I don't know, is that like the law of attraction type thing? Like, is that part of your philosophy when you say you manifest something?
Honestly, it's just proved itself to me. You never know what life is gonna throw at you. You never know, like, okay, I want to manifest this, and then it doesn't happen. Like, it's not magic, but there's a science behind it, because it's like, okay, if I really want this, what are the steps to take to get there? So you're just gonna put your energy, thoughts toward it, and you're like, for example, with the reality shows I wanted to be on, Family Feud popped up on my mom's Facebook, and I told my friend, like maybe four or five people, I was like, I'm going to be on a reality show. And one of my friends was like, I'll look out for you. And sent me the application. And then that Monday morning I applied. That Monday night was my audition. It was just like the stars aligned. And
Yeah.
just along the way of my journey so far, there's so many things where I'm like, wow, the universe was on my side. Cheerleading, I actually got 7 no's. I got 7 no's as I'm trying to be a cheerleader. I applied like years of auditioning. Argos, Raptors, Blue Jays, like again and again and again and again. And I ended up, I met this one girl at an event, and once we were dancing together. We had each other on Instagram. A couple years later, she posted about the Toronto Rock lacrosse. And I'm like, we have a lacrosse team?
Yeah, we do.
And
They're awesome.
It ended up being the best team for me.
Perfect.
Best team for me. And I was like, oh my gosh, the universe was like, those teams are not meant for you. They're not. And being in the dance world, I've heard, ups and downs about these teams, whatever. I'm like, wow, the universe really was just like, this is for you. 2 years I was on that team. The second, like, we wore my favorite color. The rehearsals were close to my house. We had 9 home games. All the girls were super, super nice. Like, it was incredible. And the second year I got to choreograph, and that choreography, when I posted about it, that led me to get the job at CTV. Like, it was just a flow of how life went for me, and the doors that closed were meant to close. And I wanted it so badly, and it ended up where I was meant to be. So I just believe in that because it's proved itself to me.
That's amazing. No, but I totally agree with whole manifesting everything that you want. Personally, I find that my mom manifests a lot more for my life than I do, and then it all happens. I think the one thing I actually manifested for myself was the Galaxy Canada crown, but other than that, like, everything, my mom's like, you should be a host on something, and I'm like, no. And then the sit down happened. She's like, you should start a YouTube channel. I'm like, no. And then it happened. And she's always like,
Yeah.
maybe she just sticks it in my ear and then I think about it and then I
Right.
manifest it. But even the chocolate bombs, she's like, you should start selling stuff. You're good at that stuff. I'm like, no. And then the next day I called her. I'm like, hey mom, so I thought of this idea.
Amazing. It's all about our thoughts. And like, yes, it's manifesting like, I'm putting my mind to it, but it's also
happening,
speaking it into existence. I told a few friends I wanted to be on a reality show. Then that piece by piece it happened. Like she's telling you and you're just like, okay, let's roll with it.
Yeah.
Also with manifesting, it's like if I want to be a host, I'm going to manifest it, but I'm also going to work towards it.
Exactly. You can't just sit
I'm
there
gonna
and
send
wait.
my email. Exactly. So it's all hand in hand with like real physical work and also energy. Yeah, just everything. So that's really interesting that like your mom has been setting it up for you.
Well, Marny, do you have a vision board?
Good question. I've never had one, and I'll tell you the reason. Because of my industry, it's so questionable, and I have no idea what the heck is happening. I don't even know what tomorrow looks like. I don't know what 5 years looks like. I don't know what 10 looks like. So you know what? It's actually funny. The other day I was like, I should probably make one. But I don't know where I'm headed. I have no idea. I'm going with the flow of life. Am I going to work from the beach in January for the month? Potentially. Am I, am I going to be a host here? Am I going to do this? I have no idea. So me being so open is good. That, like if something on my dream board like doesn't work out, is that a sign? Is that whatever? So far I've just been open, free, and going with the flow. So good question, but I do recommend dream boards because I know it's such a
I
great
have
piece
one
of manifestation.
Yeah. I have one and I just created it just because a group of my friends were like, oh, we should all make vision boards. And I was like, sure. And then I made one, not really thinking much of it. And then later on in life, I looked at it again. I'm like, oh, this happened, this happened, this happened. I'm like, okay, cool.
Wow.
Like one of them was to watch Ellen DeGeneres live. And then when she came to Toronto, I got tickets to watch her live. And then one was to see Jennifer Lopez perform and want to see her concert. And there are just other things on there that I never thought would happen. I just dreamt about it, and then it actually eventually happened.
That's so cool. So that's proof that like the dream board manifestation technique
does work. Yeah.
That's so cool. That's awesome.
Scott, you should make one.
Yes.
Yeah, I feel like it makes sense. You know what I think? Because I don't know if I don't know what I believe.
You should put yourself on like a Marvel movie, and then maybe next year you'll be in one.
Well, because I do think there is something about even when you crystallize a goal or you have an idea in your mind and you start to like have it in your mind that that's something you want to do. Maybe there's something about that you naturally start to push yourself toward it, maybe in a way that you're not even necessarily aware. And then like you're saying, you put that idea out there and then other people are aware of it and they'll just push it towards you. So kind of maybe it's training your mind to do it. One thing I have found that I've never really understood is I do find at times when if I find I'm really working hard on a bunch of stuff, I find it'll naturally like manifest opportunities for me in a sense that like, so what'll happen is there'll be a stretch of time when maybe there's nothing happening. And then I'll suddenly be like, okay, oh shoot, I need to find some job or do something. And then inevitably, it's like as soon as I start working on something, it happens so many times where I'll get a call within a day, and suddenly it's like where one time I had like nothing for the next 3 weeks, and then suddenly I'll have like 5 jobs, and they're all due on the same day, right? And that's happened to me like many times, and I'm like, that's so. It just seems weird that would happen. Like it seems unlikely, but. I don't know. And again, there's a logical part of my brain that says it's just all a coincidence and we're pattern recognizing creatures and all that stuff. But it's still weird that it does feel like me getting down and like, okay, get to work. Suddenly like starts to, I don't know if it turns the wheels of the universe or whatever.
You know what? It's like be careful what you wish for.
Exactly.
So same with me. It's like September, I was like, okay, what's going on? I'm like, I wish I'd work. This week, I have five jobs that came at me just this week.
Yeah.
I have now 5 part-time jobs. I'm like, what did I wish for? What the heck? But you know what?
Yeah.
The
Amazing.
other thing is, another little secret, you guys know this, but this is what I tell people with like social media. For example, I want to be a host. So I'm going to post me hosting, me practicing, me this, and to put that in people's minds to be like, okay, she's a host, let me hire her for this. It's putting that in people's minds. So that's a big thing of like marketing yourself. The other thing is like, I've just watched it happen. And so like, okay, for example, every Monday in October, I've done a free Instagram live Zumba class, like a cardio dance fitness class in support of charities or organizations, mental health organizations, homeless organizations. And because I just did free classes, put that out there, I got hired to do it this week for a company. Like,
Amazing.
It's putting that out there of like what you want. What do you want? I made videos of my choreography. Okay, here you go. Like, this is what I do. Like, you know, it's putting that in people's minds of like, okay, cool, she does this. Now I know for the future.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, it makes sense. You're putting something out there, and then because everybody's doing their own thing and everybody's looking, you know, if you happen to fall into somebody's brain, oh, that person does choreography. One day, you know, 3 weeks from now, somebody might be like, oh yeah, I have to put on that event and I need a choreographer. Oh wait, there was that
post.
You know,
Yeah. Well,
and
that
so
happens
suddenly
to us, Scott. Like, we'll post something like, oh, we emceed this event, and then the next couple messages on our Instagram is, hey, can you guys MC? I'm like, hang on, Scott, can we MC?
Yeah, I guess that's true.
What I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So it all goes hand in hand with working hard, putting it out there. It is manifesting, and it's also putting it in people's eyes, putting that in people's minds. Exactly. It's, oh, you guys do this? Cool. Now I know. Or now you're on my mind. Or it all goes hand in hand. And you guys can see it too. It's just interesting to talk about it because
it is.
We just kind of go with the flow of emotions, and it's like this realization's like, oh my gosh.
It's like, wait, that actually happened. Yeah.
It's happening for all of us. So it's a real thing.
Yeah. So just keep grinding, people. I guess that's what you got to do. Oh, Boozy says Scott would let me in his house. Oh, I think he was saying that when I was saying how I don't want to let people come in to record. Sure would, Boozy.
I can't even go into his house. What?
Yeah. It's a very, very small circle. Oh, Zack Attack just arrived. Hi, Zack Attack. Welcome to the show. Regine, so did you get a bomb?
I did. I'm trying to find one that's not
got?
as busted because I'm still practicing them.
So this is the world premiere of, what is it, Deliciousness?
Yeah. Hang on, kids.
Deliciousness.
This one's not as busted. Okay, so this is how
Hot
big
chocolate.
it is. Like, compared to the size of my hand. Okay, let's compare it to the mug. Here you go. So you can see how big it actually is.
So cool.
It's so like round and smooth looking.
Yeah.
Well, there's a dent on top, but I mean, you can't see it.
Okay, but that's so cool. So it almost looks like a ball. Because the thing that I was really impressed with when you showed me the video, and again, I don't know, like, is it okay I can reveal what it looked like and talk about it and
Yeah,
stuff?
go ahead.
Well, it's just like, so like she puts that in the mug, she starts pouring, and suddenly like it becomes hot chocolate, but also like marshmallows pop out. Like it becomes like a full out like
experience.
Hot chocolate experience.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah,
Did you see that? Like posted somewhere, like someone else's idea, and you're just like, I can do this.
So Chloe, I actually never told her this. So she's our Miss Teen Galaxy Canada, and she's been posting a lot about hot chocolate bombs, and I guess she's trying to get her mom to buy them. And I was like, oh, that'd be a cute Christmas gift. So I went to Costco and I looked for it. I couldn't find it because I realized it was only in the American Costco so far. And so I started Googling it, and then I found a tutorial on how to make it. And I'm like, well, that's easy. Easy enough, at least. So then I bought the molds on Amazon. I bought whatever. And then it started to come to me. I'm like, oh, this is a big size. Like, I don't think kids or parents would want kids to drink this amount of chocolate. So then I found smaller molds. So for those who are interested, I will be doing the normal size, and then I'll be having like kitty sizes, so they're a little bit smaller. And then in terms of flavors, it just all came to me. I'm going to do a white chocolate one, which will be the unicorn chocolate bombs. So it'll be white chocolate, but it'll open up as pink.
That's amazing.
Which is totally my branding. I love pink. I love unicorns. I love white chocolate. So that's going to be that one. And that will probably come in the kid sizes. And then, or maybe the adult size. Who knows? And then like peppermint, because peppermint and hot chocolate and Christmas all mix well together. Possibly doing Christmas sets. My stepdad is an amazing baker. So working with him and selling cookies and hot chocolate, because that's like the perfect mix. So there's just a lot that just all hit me in one day, and I'm like, all right, let's order all of this, make it happen, and here we are. I thought about it on Tuesday. I messaged Scott and a bunch of my other friends and kind of bounced ideas off of everyone, and here we are talking about
Amazing.
it.
Good for you.
Yeah.
That's so cool. I'm so excited for you.
Thanks.
I think it's going to be really cool. I'm looking forward to seeing where it goes.
Same.
And to drinking lots of hot chocolate.
I know all my friends are like, do you need a guinea pig? I'm like, sure, here, take it.
Yeah, I don't think you'll have a hard time finding people who wanna test it.
No.
And make sure it's good.
Like my family.
Oh, Emerald B's here. Emerald B. Marny is such a star.
Hey, Emerald.
Oh, Emerald, thank you. You're a star.
She's been on our show before, and she definitely is a star.
Right?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's almost 12:30, and I know you said you need to wrap up around this time.
Yeah.
So before we do, let's where can people find you if they want to follow your artistic journey?
Instagram. I live, breathe Instagram. Marny Flo at Marny Flo. And my podcast is realtalk.community. Those two pages, and they're connected. So if you follow me, I've tagged it, and come connect with me. And I just love making new friends. So yeah.
Sweet. Realtalk.community. That's the website, like realtalk.community.
That's the Instagram.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, gotcha.
For the podcast. Yeah.
Sweet. All right.
Yeah.
Fine. Marny Flo and realtalk.community. I have Marny Flo in the description. I will add. In fact, I can add it right now. So it's instagram.com/realtalk.community.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And she's tagged on her Instagram, so it's all there, you guys.
Yeah.
Excellent. And Regine, where can people find you?
You guys can find me on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook at It's Regine Alaina, as well as here on YouTube with the link in the description below. Please subscribe. I know last time we were talking, if I get to 80 subs, I will make a TikTok account. So I'm at 71. Get me to 80. Maybe next week I'll make a TikTok live here on the show. Who knows? Anything is possible. And if you'd like to follow my pageant journey, you guys can follow me at Ms. MS Galaxy Canada on Facebook and Instagram. Where can they find you, Scott?
You can find me right here, where you're watching this very show. YouTube.com/Scott Dion Brown. You can also find me on Twitch, twitch.tv/Scott Dion Brown, and dlive.tv/Scott Dion Brown. I do gaming streams Monday to Friday, and this week I'm excited, guys. It's spooky week, so I'm going all in here. I'm gonna wear a costume every night, Monday to Friday.
Whoa! And Sunday.
Yeah, I'm gonna go all out, and also I'll be playing some scary games. Monday and Friday we're gonna do our regular Brawlhalla tournaments, but Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday I'm gonna play some scarier games. I think Tuesday I'm gonna play a zombie game where I'm fighting zombies and stuff.
I love Marny's nails.
Yeah, Halloween nails. And we're going all out. And then I think Wednesday I'm gonna play Phasmophobia, which is this new ghost hunting game. It's like a horror game. Anyway, it's gonna be fun, people. So make sure you tune in. And maybe I'm gonna see if I can organize some kind of prize giveaways. I just don't know what, and because I want to figure out shipping and stuff, but I would like to send people things this week.
You can send them chocolate bombs.
Yes.
Yeah, see, that'd be awesome. There you go. That's how it can start. Exactly. So anyway, youtube.com/Scott Dion Brown. Also, obviously, Instagram and Twitter as well. Hang on, there we go. Right there, Scott Dion Brown. But your best place is YouTube right here, everybody. Yeah, that's that.
And don't forget
Marny,
next
thank you so much.
Sunday.
Oh.
Sorry. Next
What's
Sunday is our Halloween
Yeah.
special.
That's right. Yes, that'll be the ending of Spooky Week, and Regine and I will both be in costume at that time.
Mine's
So,
gonna be so spooky.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
Amazing.
are we doing mine too? I guess. Are we gonna do like?
yeah.
Well, we'll talk
Just
about
don't
it.
say
after. Yeah. Okay. That'll be good. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, you could have been anywhere. You could have watched any. We can't go places, but you could have gone to any website. You could have watched any video, but you chose to spend your Sunday morning or evening or afternoon, wherever you are in the world, with us here today. And for that, we are eternally grateful. Marny, any last words to the audience?
Everyone and you guys, thank you so much for having me on. And I'm so glad we got to discuss so many different things. This was so much fun. So thank you guys so much. And yeah, everyone have a great rest of your Sunday.
You too. You have a busy day ahead.
Yeah, you
So
That's right.
Oh.
Yeah.
yes.
Thanks, guys.
Oh.
Thanks
All
for
right.
coming.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. And yeah, Marny, take care of yourself. Thanks so much for being our guest. And
Thank you,
Regine,
guys.
I'll see you in a week. And bye, everybody. See you next week. Bye. Bye, 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 bye.